Hello, YouTube. Good morning. I'm Yasmin. I'm host for TALKTNTALK. TALKTNTALK is a platform where you can practice languages as English, Spanish, German, Italian, French. This moment is not a class. I'm not a teacher. I'm a student, as Michaeli that is with me today. And like I said, it will be not a class, just a chat in other languages so we can practice our confidence, our vocabulary, maybe learn new languages, new structures. And today we will talk about geopolitical changes in Brazil. This immersion was from Endel, but he isn't feeling well today, so I will be replacing him. I hope he get good soon and he will get on the immersion from next week. So, a little about me. I'm Yasmin. I'm 19. I live at São Paulo. At my free time, I like to read books, to watch series, watch movies too, play video games. And for me, that's it. Michaeli, could you present yourself, please?
Hello, good morning. I'm Kaeli. I'm 28 years old and I live in Goiânia, Goiás. Um, I like to watch TV, watch series. I like to read a book too in my free time. And I work with clinical trials and I am a PhD student too.
Thank you for sharing. So, starting with the first question, uh, Michaeli, how has Brazil's story shaped its current geopolitical role?
I don't know why when they choose that subject is so difficult.
Yeah, I agree with you. I don't understand so much too. Thank you. I think we will discover it together, maybe.
Yes, I believe he chose because he understands a little bit about that,
Yeah,
but I don't know anything about that.
yeah, me too. I will try. I think maybe the story involving Portuguese colonization, slave works, the late industrialization of Brazil, because comparing with other countries, Brazil has a really late industrialization. I think this made Brazil being no so on focus of geopolitical like other countries, for example, Europe countries or USA. So I think this role in geopolitical of Brazil was very impacted of the late globalization here. And I think that's it, but I'm not sure.
I agree, and I believe by this the Brazil is very far from Latin America, because the independence and the territory is unique and bigger in the Latin America. I don't know, but I agree. I believe it uh, it's the same with you. Next question.
Yeah, about the Latin America, I totally agree with you. The Brazil makes a big role here in Latin America comparing to another countries. Is a center of a lot of things that happen here. But comparing to North America, for example, Brazil don't have a so important paper as in Latin America, maybe. So the next question, how has Brazil's economic growth impacted its global influence?
I believe it's about the commodities, the
Yeah,
agri. soybean, and beef. Uh, it's about that. The participation, the Brazil in the BRIC. The president always bring that participation is so important for Brazil. I believe it's that it's about the commodities so important for Brazil to export for other countries, and the participation in the at the window at the group.
Yeah, like we said before, Brazil has a big territory, so there is a lot of things that we have here, not just plants or food, but gold, mines of gold, things like that. So I think Brazil really impacts the economic of other countries to export a lot of things. But unfortunately, the things for Brazilians is very expensive. Is not cheap for us. So I think the Brazil big territory really impacts the others because of the researches that is produced here. So going to the next one. What's Brazil's role as a regional leader in South America?
It's like we said before, Brazil is a powerful economy in South America, in Latin America, and I believe nowadays the president is very diplomatic and have a lot of political influence, especially in South America, but in the all the with the Europe and especially in Europe, nowadays the influence in the United States is not good for anybody. So I believe it's about the uh, economic powerful of Brazil and the diplomatic and political influence of the.
Yeah, other thing that I think here is about import work. For example, Brazil has a lot of people living here, so they use it to import some kind of employments. For example, medical employments for uh, other countries. And here, even the situation isn't so good, is better comparing to the some other countries for South America. So I think Brazil has a important role made in the life being better for some other countries' population because there are some other countries that isn't so good as Brazil. Even Brazil isn't so perfect, but the situation is better, and I think this made Brazil being an import paper on South America too. So let me see here. Oh, the next one is really good. How do Brazil environmental policies affect its international relations?
Mm, uh, uh, I think it's about the global imagine and diplomacy that Brazil have in the global. The economic consequence that we said before about the exportation and the importance to, for example, the importance to export beef for other countries is very important. Um, and I believe the climate agreement is very important too for the imagine to Brazil for other countries. Like Brazil will participate in agreements like the Paris and geopolitical standing. I don't know. I think the Brazil have a peace imagine in to other countries. Like we can participate in wars or we are always peaceful about everything. I don't know.
Yeah, you said about these agreements involving uh climate, and I think the other country are very worried with how Brazil deal with Amazonia because it's very important in a global way. And I always see the other countries being aware of it, like being made in some kind of I don't know, always searching if Brazil is taking care of Amazonia because for a big environment, Amazonia is very important. And I think the other countries always are worried with that.
Yes, and
Uh, oh, go
other
ahead.
persons too, like Leonardo DiCaprio.
Yeah.
It's very strange, but it happened.
Yeah, the people say the Amazonia is like the lung of the all of world. So how we deal with Amazonia is very important because the climate changes our is impacting the in a global way. And if we don't care of it, the situation will get worse. So I think always have this worry with Amazonia, but nowadays is getting bigger day by day. So let me see here. How do domestic political changes influence Brazil's foreign policy?
Mm. For me, influence a lot. It's about the leadership, about the president, change a lot in domestic politics, like ideologies like left and right, and impact both diplomatic priorities and international alliance uh, too. I think the most important is the international alliance because the last president don't like international alliances or like just bad influence in international alliance. And I think that is so important. How the leadership uh, go with the diplomatic priority and your alliance. Um, and I believe the how they choose the other leaderships in Brazil, like vereadores and governadores, um, change the how we um, use our money for a lot for anything here in Brazil, and that um, I don't know in English, espelhar and international politics. I don't know. I think.
I got it. Just 1 minute because my cat is meowing. Just 1 minute.
Okay.
I'm back. So I agree with you. I think the political that we choose for to deal with our country, state, or city is something that really made a big paper in a big environment because it's like um, if we choose a president or a government, a representative of we that said a lot of bad things or strange things, the other countries will see as we saying that because it's like if we choose a leader, is because we agree with him or her things, and this can be a danger thing in a big environment because imagine if a leader say something really bad of other country and it starts a war because of that because sometimes they will say everything they have in their minds without thinking. We had a big example of that in our last president. So I think the other countries is always looking at it, looking our representatives because they say things for us. I think they have a big voice, so their thinking will be a reflection of our. Sometimes it's not, but the other countries see as it, I think. So let me see here. The next one. Uh, the number 6. What's Brazil's role in the BRICS group?
Mm, I believe Brazil is a diplomatic mediator, like the Brazil is important to economic influence or agriculture powerhouse because of the Brazil is so big and support a lot of things. And I believe the Brazil is have a powerful and financial cooperation to other countries, especially in uh, countries participating in BRICS. Um, I want I I would like the Brazil participate more in innovation and technology, but I think that is so in beginning of the project in BRICS. I don't know. I think that
Yeah, I think in the BRICS, Brazil could have a big voice involving use of researches because here, comparing to the other countries that made part of BRICS, for example, China, Russia, India, these countries don't have so many researches, so many diversity of researches as Brazil, because here we really have a lot of things. So if Brazil want, they can have a big voice about use of researches, how to not impact so much the environment, but I don't see it so much in its participation, but I think it's important to have Brazil in BRICS because it's an important country in a globalization point of view. Because there,
yes,
here we have a lot of diversity in the things.
yes, I believe Brazil is like you said, the voice. It's the voice of South America because
Yeah,
they just have Brazil in the BRICS.
yeah, because it's a big territory, like we said before. And other things that really impacts Brazil being a big voice of South America is because there are a lot of immigrants here of other South America countries. So is a big voice of all of South America. I think if Brazil want, they it can make a big difference being in the BRICS. So let me see here. The seven. How do infrastructure projects support Brazil's geopolitical goals?
I don't know. That's very difficult. Infrastructure project. Oh my god.
Yeah, it's a difficult question. All of them are difficult questions.
It's
Uh,
probably about the I don't know, hidrelétricas, alguma coisa assim,
yeah, yeah, could be it.
about the energy. I don't know.
Yeah, I think some projects can made. I will make a a try here because I don't know so much about it, but I think some projects can bring a more uh popularity about something. For example, some kind of energy of the energy that come for wines is something that we really have infrastructure here in Brazil. I know I think it is in the Northwest, there is one place just for this kind of energy there.
Mm-hmm.
So I think this infrastructure made a big point of view in the geopolitics. I don't know, but there are other infrastructure that made part of geopolitical. For example, ways to import and export things like the I don't know how it's rodovia, but planes, things like that that made the import and exports being more fast and easy too. But I really don't know.
That's very good question. I will ask
Yeah.
Wendell for answer that.
Yeah, because he really know that I really don't know anything about it. Uh, so the subject is really hard. Oh my God. Um, how has Brazil approached to defense and security involved?
Oh my god. I believe modernization of armored force, for example, or about the cybersecurity and intelligence group, about the use technology for that, for security, or participation in peace. I believe it's peacekeeping missions, I believe, like in IT. In the past was very common in Brazil participate for peacekeeping, I believe, mission. Uh, I believe it's about that the use of technology like cybersecurity and the modernization armed force and about the participation in mission like in IT.
Yeah, here we have a lot of programs to improve the cybersecurity, like you said. And there are investments on that. Unfortunately, isn't so big as it have to be. And I think other approaches that Brazil has is to monitor the travels between the countries. For example, in I will search rodovias because I really don't know how is that, but highways. In
I,
the highways, we have a lot of policemen to always see what's being imported or exported, transported, by the way. So it's like they always is seeing if there is something that can made bad for Brazilians. For example, I know in the airport there is this monitoring too. So there is a specific role that they always see the products that is coming from another countries, because if some of these food or plants can affect the Brazilian environment, they can't bring to here. So I think is Agropec, something like that, the name, but I can't remember the specific name right now. So I think the not just the army, the researchers, but Brazil have this control to the to the security of the country too, because there is something that can made bad for our territory, our food, our plantations. So the Brazil is looking at it, I think. So going to the next one. The number 9. How does Brazil position itself as a leader of global south?
Hmm. I think it's about oil we said before, uh, the importance of diplomatic leadership and the participation of Brazil in BRICS, or I believe it's G20. I don't know the translation in Portuguese. And the importance to participate all that organization, and the cooperation of with other countries in South America, um, the importance of economic in the Latin America with other countries and with Europe and Asia. Um, the importance of sustainable policy, uh, and all the things about the Amazon. And I believe Brazil is so important with the culture and in other countries, like mm, with carnival or with some food, some kind of food, and with some personalized, I don't know, actors and actresses and singers. I believe some people is very important for Brazil and the imagine of Brazil in other countries. So the culture is very important uh, for Brazil, like your music or our sports, and brings that importance for our country. Sure.
Yeah, I agree with you. I think the South America, the Latin America, have a later globalization because of the slave work, always being the country that is the others take advantage too. So Brazil have a big paper on the other countries' point of view, because here we have a lot of researches. So Brazil is important and can bring this voice to another Latin countries, like you say, the actors, actresses, um, famous people, Latin famous people can have more visibility. Sometimes because of Brazil, even being Brazilian. So I think have a big paper on global south, and I know here we have our economic bloc that is Mercosul too, and Brazil have a big paper, a big participation on that, And once Brazil have a big participation in that, uh, it helps the other countries to have a improvement in the economy too, because it's making deals with Brazil. So I think will be more easy for them to grow the economy. So uh, I will change the next question because I was thinking here about the relationship of the Brazil with other countries. Um, do you know about the situation that Brazilian relation to a specific country helps Brazil in some time?
Hmm. Oh my God. A specific country helps Brazil. Hmm.
Um, I
No, I
was
don't
thinking,
know.
I think,
I know about the
oh,
Brazil helps another country, but not the injury.
okay. I don't know. I think maybe the relationship about the importments,
Hmm.
because the big exportation of Brazil, uh, grows the economy. So there is some fixed countries that always is importing from Brazil. I know China, USA always is importing something from here. So I think it's a big relationship, always uh, a
Yeah,
recurrent relationship, I think.
I know about the some programs like mais médicos. We
Yeah,
import some doctors from to work in small cities here in Brazil. In the past, it happens, but nowadays I think it don't happen anymore.
yeah. In the past, I saw a lot, but nowadays it's really hard to see. But it's something that Brazil always was made in importing medical work. But I don't know if this was for Biden because takes a long time. I don't see it, unfortunately.
Yes, I think it happens. It happened in the last, uh, last, I don't know in English, uh, vigência, I don't know, do presidente Lula and Bolsonaro for Biden. That, and I think it's nowadays it's not happening anymore.
Yeah, uh, I didn't know that, but makes sense because was something that I really saw in the past, but uh, suddenly I didn't see anymore. I think this happens. So, uh, the last question. What challenges and opportunities will shape Brazil's future geopolitics?
Mm, I believe Brazil have a powerful, very uh, potential in renewable energy leadership. If Brazil in, invest in that, like hydroelectric or green hydrogen sector, I think that is a very important for Brazil. Invest in sustainable and this kind of things because Brazil have a lot of resource in 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 this situation. Um, and I believe about the challenge. The political stability is a very important here in Brazil. Uh, because we have a lot of different political domestic no different domestic political here, and it can be influenced our imagining to other countries in the future. Um, Probably we have a global competition, especially about the exportation uh, to some things like uh, beef or soybean. Probably we will to have a global competition about that, especially because the United States is very influencing in that, and nowadays Trump is very uh, don't know English rigid about that. Um, I don't know. I think Brazil needs to invest in sustainable and renewable energy, and to keep Amazon alive. I think Brazil needs to invest in that in agriculture and sustainable things, because it's about our resource, the most resource that we have.
Yeah, this about sustainable energy is more easy for Brazil do than for another countries because here we have a good position in the earth that a lot of sun, so we can make a lot of solar energy, and there is a big territory too, so we can build locals to get winds energy. And this made a big paper on geopolitics because I think this will share more the importance of uh, reusable energy and made the Brazil being a good view of it, a good example of it too. And other thing that I think impacts a lot, like you said, is politicals because they way to act is like made the point of view of the other countries of our country because they are the big voice on for these countries. And I think a big challenge of the next years will be reinforce the importance of have Brazilian in another countries, for example, because like you said, Trump is very restricted to have Brazilians on United States. I see a lot of news of Brazilians being deported and day by day situations like being in the church and someone go to there to take them to Brazil again. So I think a big challenge of our country will be reinforce the importance to have Brazilian on others because I think Brazilian can make a big difference. We are creative people, talented people, so I don't know, can be a big challenge for reinforce that. So unfortunately, we don't have more questions, and I really don't know about this subject to think in another ones.
Unfortunately,
This subject was really hard, and they'll. Oh my god. Could you choose another questions? But that's it. I think we have a lot of time, so if we if you can talk about other things at English that you like it, not being globalization, or if you
I
do
don't
prefer,
know.
we can end the immersion. Is all in your hands. You can choose it.
Mm, Um, I don't know. Let's talk about. Hmm, uh, You said you have 19
Yeah.
years old. Oh my gosh. And you speak so well.
Oh, thank you. I will be 20s in the next Friday, so I'm becoming me older.
And you has a whole year thing.
Uh, I can't remember the specific month, but I can see here. I've been in the platform since of 2023, September 2023,
Mhm.
but I take a lot of time to becoming a host. Let me see here because I always have my notes about the immersions and I can see the first one. But I've been host for English and sometime after I start with Spanish too.
Mm,
Okay, let me see here. Oh my God, there are a lot of things here. Um, I've been a host since of July of 2024. Oh my God, a lot of time.
yeah, the last time.
But I like so much this platform, so for me it's a good thing. And you, have you been here in the platform for uh since of what time?
No, I started last month.
Oh, it's true. I remember you said it. Oh, but you are doing so well. I always forget it. You are
No,
doing really well.
no. I need to be more well than that. But it's okay. It's nice.
I hope you get all the topics that you know because these hard topics are really, I don't know, really strange
But
sometimes.
Windows always choose a difficult subject. Always. But that topic is very difficult. I believe anybody choose that immersion because of that.
Yeah. I will not say nothing about window because I do the same at my immersions. I never do a simple, it's really rarely when I do a simple subject, I always uh choose some difficult subjects. I always like it because it's like I know I can earn new knowledgements on that too.
Mhm,
For example, for today, I learned a lot of globalization involving Brazil. I think is a good topic because it's our country. It's important to be aware of the situations. So
mhm,
it's a thinking us out of our comfort zone. I think so.
mhm.
I really like the difficult subjects. Was difficult for me, but I do the same at my merchants too.
Oh, I believe it's difficult for me, but if here we have a person that studied history or geography, it's
Yeah.
okay for him. For example, I think last Thursday we talk about participate immersion about beauty, biotechnology, and
Oh,
for some guy participating that immersion is very difficult, but for me it's very easy because I am biotechnology, and I agree it's very difficult subject for uh, some person, some people, but for me it's very was very easy.
yeah. This immersion was from Gabi Bonaldi.
Yes.
I think I was on this immersion. Oh my God, Gabi always brings these difficult
And
topics.
you stay in other group. I believe.
Yeah, yeah.
Because
I
in my
remember
book,
I was in the other room.
yes, I'm with Gabi and other chemistry, and it's me,
Oh,
chemistry, and Gabi, biomed, and other guy, software developer. So
yeah, our room was very, for our room was very difficult because we didn't know nothing about it. Just
oh,
something here, something on there, but was really difficult. I really don't know
yes,
about biotechnology, but this topic always brings me new knowledgement, so I really like it.
yes, but that's very great. Oh, nice. Uh,
Yeah.
yeah. And I always had a match with Wendell, Elias, and other person. And Elias always talk about difficult situations, but he know nothing to anything to. And today it's about I don't remember. It's a difficult subject too, and I choose Wendell ao invés do Elias. And it's very difficult too.
Yeah. The hosts here always like this difficult subject, and one of them. It's like it's very difficult to talk a easy thing at my immersions. I always will choose the difficult subject because I don't know, the easy are very expected and don't bring us out of our comfort zone. So I prefer the difficult ones, but sometimes it's very difficult. Um, I remember, I think was not in the last week, but the last of the last, I bring one topic about military programs in the
Oh,
countries, and I don't know nothing of it. Like I know about one country, another, but I learned a lot of new things, but it was very difficult at the end. Oh
yeah.
my God.
But you prepare before to the immer you
Yeah,
study and
I try to
watch
prepare
videos.
just a little, but not so much because I feel if I prepare so much, I will be really freeze on that, really robotic. So, because sometimes I really don't know nothing about it. So I just try to learn something here, something on there to make a basic talk to know something to talk about. And I always try to be the same as Portuguese. Like if I don't know in Portuguese, I try to bring this to English because it's always a challenge to talk about something that I don't know. Because I don't know. I feel if I prepare so much, I will be really robotic, you know?
Yes, no, I understand. I agree with you. Yesterday when I saw the question, I think about, oh, I will answer the question, oh, I will just go to the immersion, and I just go to the immersion, and that is very difficult. But I believe if I prepare the answers of the question, it's not my answer. It's about the answers of ChatGPT, for example.
Yeah, I do it when I start on the platform because I was really beginning to talk in English. So I'd prepare, like I look at the questions, made a research and try to prepare something because I was really beginning on say something, to build some thinking. So I prepare my answers on that. But after a few months or weeks, I stopped to do it because I don't know, when I prepare is more hard when I don't prepare. It's like because I'm more worried about to say what I know and don't think about the what the others are saying about and always being worried to say what I prepare. So it's difficult. I prefer to not prepare myself.
Yeah, very.
So I think we don't have so much time left. So thank you for coming today because it was a hard topic, was a challenge, I think. And please come to another immersions for Endel if you have time. Always Friday, 5 p.m. is my immersion. If you can have some time someday, you are invited to it. And have a nice weekend.
Thank you, Yasmin. Have a nice weekend.